right, welcome back to Clubhouse Conversations. My name is Brian Penny. I am the owner and editor of Clubhouse Conversations on Substack, on Reddit, all over the internet. You can sign up for the newsletter down below. You can also become a member of the YouTube channel, subscribe to YouTube down below. Each one will get you different things. And what I'm doing is going over the Clubhouse Creator First pilot program. The people who are involved are on the screen here. They were announced last week, and I am the one person in the entire world who actually attended each one of these Creator First pilot season pilots. In real time, I did reviews and sent them out to all of the creators, including Alpha Exploration and Clubhouse, and we all agree that this is what is going on. They use those to help pick these creators, and I've done all the videos of all of the people that were picked, so now I'm going through a lot of the people who were not picked so that we can kind of go over why they were rejected, or if they deserve to be there, or if that was a good deal to reject them. And this one's going to be funny because this one is the Iron Mics. The Iron Mics were supposedly a hip-hop group. They had said that they are I'm not hip-hop group, a hip-hop journalists. They run a website called Mic Check. They said what they claimed in here that they were going to do was with the Iron Mics. Let's see, their names Hamza, Isiah C, and Alex C. Hello to everyone, Rashab and Jason. So what these people said that they were going to do was talk about the greatest of all times, the GOATs in hip-hop. They said of the decade, actually. They didn't say specifically which decade. They eventually get to 2010 and say that it's the 2010s. My personal pick for the greatest rapper of this decade, the 2020s, is Harry Mack right now. I think you should all go check him out. He's fantastic. But when they were going through, they said that they had the cross-Atlantic perspective of hip-hop. They were all British men, and they said that they knew both British and American hip-hop, and they were going to pick the greatest MCs of all time. Then they started naming off, I mean, they did have some good people in there. They named off people like hold on, let me pull it up here. Like Joey Badass, Mac Miller, Chance the Rapper, Kendrick Lamar. They did get some of the high profile, at least, the good rappers. And then they dug really deep into the trap style, the Chicago trap style, which was interesting because UK grime style is very similar to trap style, and that made a resurgence in 2014, I want to say. And I mean, even in the years leading up to that, it still was around. I mean, you had people like Dizzy Rascal who had done that style, and with Professor Green and people like that who had done that style back in the 2000s. And going into the 2010s, there was a huge resurgence on the UK grime style. They completely ignored all of that. They completely ignored everything. They didn't. I mean, let's just go over some of the rappers that they did not name because they only knew the white American males. They had never in their entire lives heard of Megan Thee Stallion. She came out in the 2010s, and I mean, she's one of the biggest rappers out right now, and he just didn't even include her at all. And then you've got Nicki Minaj. They had no idea that Nicki Minaj even existed. Somehow she just completely escaped their ears. There were no women on this list whatsoever. It was all American male rappers. They had no idea about Dej They've never heard of that at all. I mean, if they were going to go into the style that they were going into, they could have at least, broadened themselves through the Midwest and found Dej in Detroit and heard some of her great music. Completely had no idea that Rhapsody even existed. They've never heard of Rhapsody, so she was not even included. Remy Ma had a great resurgence in the 2010s. They just completely overlooked everything that she had done. It was just, I mean, Princess Nokia. They never heard of Princess Nokia at all in their entire lives. And then again, Dizzy Rascal. They had no idea about British rappers. They didn't know women, but they did not know British rap at all. They just only knew American rap and trap music, really. I mean, the entire resurgence of grime was just like Skepta and what everybody else has done since then. They they just ignored. And it was kind of sad because basically it's like a version of mansplaining, having American rap Britsplained to you by a bunch of, I mean, not even real American rap, but some of it. I mean, K Dot and all these people are real. Joey Badass and them, and Mac Miller, Chance the Rapper. They did pick some great rappers, but I mean, and Kanye they even started with. But they picked Kanye, but they completely ignored all of these people: Rico Nasty, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Rhapsody, all these people, as if they just didn't even exist. And that, I mean, that was ultimately the biggest problem. Is that, I mean, this is a huge thing that happens all over Clubhouse. Is that you get these people who say that they are experts in something, and it turns out that they're not. They're presenting something as though this is fact. Like we're critics. We know everything about this, and I mean, they've got this website up and everything. And first off, you're not that good of writers. If you say the decade, it's already 2021. We're midway through 2021. This happened a month ago, so May of 2021, middle of May. You should know that the decade that we're in now is the 2020s. And I mean, depending on how you want to look at it, you could say 2010 to 2019 is the 2010s, or you can go to 2011 all the way to 2020 is the 2010s. Either way, we're in the 2020s. So when you say the decade, you've got to say the last decade or something. I mean, it was just bad writing. And I mean, they were really bad to listen to anyways. And on top of that, they had the most narrow vision of what hip hop is. It's so much more than what these guys ended up figuring out. I mean, they had no idea what British rap was. They had no idea what American rap was, besides a few albums they had heard. And I mean, this was just one of those amateurish things that, I mean, thank God they weren't actually selected, but at the same time, they're still on Clubhouse. They're still running around trying to grow their following by saying that they know hip hop when they absolutely do not. And I mean, Clubhouse is just filled with those people. This is the rap version, but you'll find it in every single industry. Besides marketing, there's nobody who's an expert at anything, but there's tons of marketers that are all over Clubhouse faking the funk. But yeah, this is what you need to know about the Iron Mics. And we have about 20 more to go. So stay tuned for the rest of this week. We've got a schedule of the live streams going. Got another one coming up in an hour. And subscribe to the Substack down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Become a member. You get all sorts of free perks through the Substack and through the YouTube channel and membership. Working on getting some sponsors pretty soon. And on top of that, yeah, stay tuned. Make sure that you keep up with everything on Reddit, and yeah, subscribe. See you later. Have a wonderful day.